voices inside my head. See voices behind the wall, uplifting the underdog. We fighting above the law.
Hey, cool gamer. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully. Looks like the mic's working tonight. Okay, I'm gonna pull up a couple things. Hi, Michelle. Heidi Moon. You can hear us? Okay, awesome. Hi, Jane. Good to see you. There's like 100 people living tonight, so I was like, do I do one tonight? Wait till tomorrow. Hey, Yoper. Helen. Okay, good. Good. We are going to talk about some stuff tonight. And then we're going to talk about some CPS stuff too, possibly with Dawn, possibly without, but we've chatted a couple times today. We chat a lot, as you guys know. So I did get some questions answered privately. He may answer some later. We'll see. I was excited to hear about some of the stuff he's doing behind the scenes that people don't know. That no, I can't really say, but it is a good step for him to be taking in Summer's case. What he sent me, and when I said, let's try and reach out to this person, and he told me he's already in contact with them, I was, wow, like, and that's all I can really tell you guys, but it is a step in the right direction, I feel like. I thought that was pretty cool of Don to do. You guys will find out eventually, I'm sure. Maybe whenever he wants to tell y'all, but he probably can't say anything for a little bit. But I thought it was pretty cool who he's in contact with. Hoot there, when evil entered, Taylor, Nanas. Root beer, no Pepsi tonight. A&W root beer, though. Hoot. Oh, I said hoot there, but it's hoot 3. Hoot 3. Sandy Mac. Sunshine. Hey, y'all. I'm gonna pull a couple things up. I'm going to give it another minute here. You know me, I'm going to spark me a joint. Drinking Pepsi. Oh, no fair at work. Hey, Wandering. Good to see you. No fair, you got Pepsi. But also, I'm glad I'm not at work. I do feel like it tastes a lot better with some vanilla coffee creamer or ice cream. Lake Superior Girl. Marty Pumpkin. Vodka and lemonade. Yum. That sounds delish. Okay. So there's been some questions floating around. Questions that have already been answered multiple times. But some creators, just want to keep up with their channel, whatever. So they're going over everything 100th time. I've been writing down the things that I've been seeing, the things people are sending me that they're seeing, and I asked Dawn about them. Well, I asked Dawn about everything all the time, to be honest. root beer is meant to be had with vanilla ice cream for sure. My future is ghosting. That's a cute name. Hello, welcome. I can. Let's, you know what? I am gonna go ahead and drop the link if anyone wants to come up here. Because maybe you have questions that I perhaps have asked Dawn, or ones I can write down and ask Dawn in the future. But I have been going back through my old interviews as well, because I just like to see what answers are the same. Not from Dawn, not from Candace, but from everybody. Hi, Lori. Hey, Sonia. Mandy TNT, welcome. Yeah. And I have to say, a lot of things do align. So I want to go through some things, and then Dawn may or may not answer. It depends how he's feeling. He wasn't sure if even talking anymore is helpful or if it just makes everything worse. For me, I understand why he feels that, and I don't know. I'm still on the fence, because if he doesn't continue talking, he's going to be wrong to people even still. If he is talking, he's going to be wrong to people even still. No matter what these people do, it's going to be wrong to everybody. Hi, Lisa. Oh, sorry. Is that Yvonne? Welcome. I'm going to go through a couple things, and then I'm going to go over the questions that I wrote down and that I talked with Dawn yesterday and today about. That's been going around. There are some people I am still convinced have been, like, planted in this shit. Let me tell you. Some of them I think are actually paid off to make Dawn look worse. I actually do think that. I'm going to play parts from not my first conversation with Dawn, but the first time, I think it's the first time I went live with Dawn. This might be the second time, but it's from 2 years ago. What is this one from? Let's see. It should have the date on there, right? August 7th, 2021. So just over 2 years ago. Hi, Eve. Good to see you. Give me 1 second. There's a Mr. Can we ask Dawn, why were there so many people on the 14th confronting Dobbs? Okay, that's a good one. Let me write it down. On June 14th. Okay. June 14th. Why so many people were confronting Dobbs. Probably because he was new in the area, I'm going to guess. But, I mean, it's a good question to ask. Hi, Sandy. JPL, do you really think that the kids were up on the roof on the 14th? I don't think I heard that. Kids were up on the roof. Maybe that does sound familiar. I'll ask that too. I I feel like I've seen that going around, but I don't recall that ever being spoken about. I can't. So we're thinking maybe if they were up there, maybe someone fell or something. Joyful dolphin. Okay, 1 second. Okay. God made the donkey talk. Good evening. You remember Don said it? Okay. Well, we'll definitely ask him about it. One thing that Don told me, one of our very first conversations, and I've said this throughout the past 2 years too, that Don told me that he had what he would call, or wanted to call at that time, some conspiracy theories. Didn't know if he could trust everybody that was involved. And yeah, he had said that it would be taken more as conspiracy theories and that he shouldn't really go there. Now, 2 years later, I think we're seeing what he thinks that is, which is what he's been very vocal about recently, which is, the whole corrupt Child Protective Services establishment. And people might think I'm crazy for seeing that as an option. Letting kids go up on the roof, and this is all about her TikToks. I'm wondering if she took one. Really? Okay, I'll have to ask Don about that, because the kids on the roof is not ringing much of a bell for me. But I did write that down, so we'll ask him. Don said boys were on the roof. Summer asked to go on roof, and Don let her. Well, he must have been right out there. We'll talk to him about it. He had 2 shootings in the past week. One was a robbery gang wrong, and the other was 2 cars driving side by side shooting at each other. Holy cow. Wow. So I'm not sure why I have it stopped here. But again, this is from August 7th, 2021. And I believe this is either the first, well, it's within the first 1 to 3 times that we sat down and I believe we pre-recorded. Yeah, because they're videos. So we actually might have taken this before the 7th and then just uploaded it on the 7th. But if we did, it would have only been a day or two. 1 second, my daughter's got to talk to me. Tell her I miss her too. Hi, Michelle. I've always thought accidental cover up at this point. Not going to lie. I have no idea what to think. Right, Michelle Davis? That doesn't explain away the milk jug video and picture Candace put out, in my opinion. Something happened prior to getting home. Right, so still thinking on the 15th, which is when she... She's sending a bunch of selfies. Oh, tell her I said she's so beautiful. But when Evil entered, I agree. There's all kinds of weirdness going on. The 14th. They were up on the roof on the 14th. Interesting. Dawn is deflecting with that CPS. We don't know that for sure. Let me tell you. You have to remember, like, the day and age that we're in. Trafficking is actually very serious and I think pretty close to overdoing the drug trade, actually. And I know a lot of people want to turn a blind eye to that, but I cannot. I definitely cannot. So, for me anyway, we have to try and see all possible things that could happen, right? Except for Bigfoot. I said that. I don't believe in the Bigfoot took Summer, okay? But everything else I'm pretty much open to. I'm open to, did aliens come and take her at this point? Okay, well, not really, but you know what I mean. But things like this, I think it is worth. Now, if it's wrong, holy shit. I mean, they could probably get in some trouble for saying that, right? But they've been pretty vocal. It's been pretty obvious. And not just him. People who surround him obviously think that it's possible, or perhaps that's what they're leading him to think is possible. But I do think, I'm not sure the percentage I would have in my mind, but I think it's possible. Anything is possible in 2023, let me tell you. And Summer was like textbook what trafficking looks for. Right? 5 years old, under, potty trained is what people prefer. And that's just the truth. Blonde hair, blue eyes, just beautiful. On the 14th, Dobbs, CPS, and kids were on the roof. So on the 14th, everyone was after Dobbs. Also on the 14th, all of the kids were up on the roof. Okay. It was said in someone's channel that the milk jug is how they got their drugs around town. But the cold milk jug? How, like, put jugs in the milk? That's... I don't know about that. I haven't heard that one. I mean, I get what do they mean by that? Dumping drugs in the milk? Drinking it? Putting baggies of drugs in the cold milk? It wasn't cold? How do we know it wasn't cold? They had just gone to the grocery store, so it would be cold. Unless we're to think that it was after they went to the grocery store, were they going to bring Dawn some milk? And it wasn't as cold because it was in the car, but that never happened. That's just, see right there, I just made that up just thinking on the fly. So that's how people get in trouble as well. Hey, David. That's true, Helen. It's great to see pictures on Facebook and Twitter and all that, but it opens many ways for predators to find kids. And we know this. This is why family vlogging is such an issue. Because it's a bunch of predators watching that shit just to watch these little kids. And it's disgusting what a lot of them are putting online. And it's possible because Candace did use social media. Somebody could have seen her, but it is also possible because CPS was involved. Did somebody... I mean, the car driven around a bit before, and that's why the milk wasn't ice cold. How would they know that? I'm just curious. Did Candace or Dawn or TBI, like, who said this? Just someone on YouTube? Or was this spoke about... Did Candace say she was driving it to Dawn? Did Dawn ever say that to someone else that maybe I didn't see? I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know where the warm milk all of a sudden is coming in, because for 2 years I always thought it was fresh, cold from the store. I'm not sure about everyone else. But hey, again, I can certainly ask. I'm going to play a little bit of this.
And well rested after something like this happens, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to June 15th. You're at work. You get that call from Candace. From the best of your knowledge, what time was that, and how did that go from that call? Do you remember what she said? And kind of let's go on from there a little bit.
What I learned very quickly on with Dawn, and this is no shade to Dawn, because I can be the same way if people... We have to ask one question, not a question with like 3 parts or 2 parts to the question. but that did take me some time to learn. So he doesn't catch everything that I ask, which is okay, but I can be like that too. But yeah, we had to learn, like, okay, we have to ask just one question without multiple layers to it, just one at a time.
Okay, so she calls me, and I can hear the fear and anxiety in her voice. She's terrified. And so I'm thinking, well, she's probably just around the house. That was my first thought. But I told her, well, hang up from me. I'm thinking in my mind, I told her, just call 911 just in case. So
What did she say to you?
One second.
Just in case. So
What
I
did she
finished.
say to you? I can't find her, or
Yes, I've looked everywhere. I've looked everywhere. I can't find her. She's not here. And I said, well, hang up and call 911. And so she hung up. I threw all my tools in the back of that Subaru, and as soon as I got in the car and started down the road, I called 911.
I don't think they did. From my understanding, Candace posted that because Summer was laying in a way that looked just like how Dawn falls asleep on the couch or something. So she was trying to get a picture of that, I believe, for Dawn. If I'm not mistaken. That's what I remember from all of this time. So I might be wrong on that, but I don't think that video was ever put out there to be... That'd be... I don't know why Candace and Don would put that video out there if it was something bad like that, Birdie. But from my understanding, it was because, again, Summer fell asleep. It looked like how when Dawn falls asleep. And she just wanted a picture, and someone, instead of getting a picture, got a short little video instead of a picture. If I'm not mistaken, that's what I remember. That's what you remember too, Heidi? Okay, her arms were up and that's what she wanted. That is what Candace said. Okay. And her mom took a video, not a picture. We don't know who it was, honestly, in that car that day. I'm not sure. I mean, I have a couple ideas, but that's all it is ideas. You remember that too? Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I think. Everyone's like, oh, Summer's passed in that video, and I get it. And everyone's picked apart that short little video clip for ever now. That would be dumb of her to post if it was something bad. I don't know. In my opinion. Hey, Trulia, Leandra. Candace said her mom took a video and then a picture. So that was her mom in there. Okay. Took a video and then a picture. Okay. I don't quite think that sounds much like Grandis, but it could be. Ask them. What do you want to ask them? I spoke to the detective, and it's not an accurate representation of Summer on 6/15/21. Can't be used for any circumstantial evidence. I'm not sure what that means. Julia, hey boo.
And they transferred me to Hawkins County, I guess. And I told them what the situation, that our little girl's not there. And then after that, I got back on Messenger and called her and talked to her through the whole trip. I think it was 30 minutes. I'm not sure. But like 30 minutes, I was able to talk to her on Messenger all the way there. And she was in her mother's truck, driving everywhere, looking for her frantically around our house. So when I get there, I'm still on Messenger with her, and she's still not found 30 minutes later. So I drove directly to the bottom property and down, all the way down to the creek. And I see my three boys together down by the creek over on this side. And then on the left of me is my neighbor walking around, and my heart sunk right then and there. And I knew she was gone. I knew
So I'm going to rewind that a minute.
something happened down by the creek over. She's all the way there, and she was in her mother's truck driving everywhere looking for her frantically around our house. So when I get there, I'm still a messenger with her, and she's still not found 30 minutes later. So I drove directly to the bottom property and down all the way down to the creek. And I see my 3 boys together down by the creek over on this side. And then on the left of me is my neighbor walking around. And my heart sunk right then and there. And I knew she was gone. I knew something happened. I knew something, something. So I drove back out of there and went to the top of the house, and there wasn't no police there yet. I don't believe. There might have been a car too. I just can't remember for sure because everything just, happens. I don't know, but there might have been a cop or two there. I just cannot remember, but it seems like there might have been. But after that, all these trucks and trailers with 4-wheelers and stuff started pouring in, and police, and they actually blocked or bottlenecked Beach Creek and Benhill Road. We couldn't get out or in or nothing. It was a nightmare.
Leather and Lace, good to see you. So he got home, drove around to the creek. His boys were down there looking for their sister. Saw his neighbor, and his heart just sunk. He just knew something bad happened this summer. We know what neighbor made him feel that way. He's currently locked up. At least for now. Hey Melody, no problem. Thanks for your time being here. She was last seen at the end of it. Okay. What did Don mean when he said they just got Summer back right after she went missing? I think we asked him that a few times, and I can't remember his response. I can't remember what he said. He's pretty down tonight. And he said messenger, not an active phone. To be honest, that stuck out to me before as well. But with Don, reminds me a lot of my dad, and he is not very tech savvy. Candace is. She knows how to do all that, right? But yeah, the messenger thing stuck out to me. Wait, she called 911 on Messenger? What? But he could have just meant the phone, like not Messenger. He just said Messenger, if that makes sense. I mean, because me and Mark, we don't use our regular phone numbers or texting. We actually text through Facebook Messenger all the time. So that makes sense. So maybe he just meant, on the phone, but he said Messenger because it's how they talk all the time. Perhaps. I don't know. I would guess so because I think they did a lot of video calls like Dawn and I. Which is that's I think what a lot of people use the Facebook for. Or at least us older folk do. Jay, good to see you. Yeah, well, the hate's going to be there no matter what I say, no matter what I do, no matter the stance I take on anything. We just got to try and power through it. I think it's because the jacket over the shirt, we can't actually see what she was wearing. Right. Again, why talking on Messenger? I think he just meant the phone, but said Messenger. I could see that being coming from Dawn, Bad reception, definitely, in that area. Yes, there's terrible reception there. I remember Don saying he couldn't believe that he could talk on Messenger to her as long. is Dawn's father still alive? I'm not sure about that. I think so. I haven't asked him that. All the folks surrounding Summer, someone close to her had to be involved in something leading to her disappearance. I don't believe it was something random. I don't either. I think that it had to have been someone who's been there before and someone who, I mean, they definitely knew. If someone done took Summer, it is somebody who knew the wells, knew Summer, knew the area, has been there, and perhaps, which CPS was, cotton candy boobs. His dad is still alive. Yeah, I think so, because I feel like he would have said something if he wasn't. No story, Lori. There's still no crime scene, no nothing, no crime scene tape. As far as I know, nothing. And like Fred's set to even be released from jail in the next, I believe, like 2.5, 3 months. So I'm not really sure. I don't know. I don't know. You know, the chick who said all of that is now backpedaling, saying that she doesn't know if it's human bones or not, and it's not her job to know that. So, hey. The YouTube neighbor knows what happened. I hear exactly what you're saying. I think she does know. She said some weird shit. Some real weird shit. Didn't she say some, I was listening back, like, that Summer was like something like, I bet Summer's only 7 minutes away from here. What the fuck does that mean? A 7-minute drive, driving the speed limit. That's what she said, Jody Sue. Am I not mistaken? I think that those videos, a lot of her shit's been deleted from way back when, but some people still have it floating around. But she did say, you want to come up here, sis? You can. If anyone wants to come up here, they can. As long as you're respectful. I don't care. But if I'm not mistaken, Jody Sue Brown said something and deleted it that what'd she say? How would she say it? You know what? I'm going to pull up this girl because she wrapped it up nicely. Okay, so we're going to go here. I'm going to find. She said something like, if it was any of us that done something by accident or something, we would put our loved one somewhere memorable. Dawn and Candace wouldn't. They would just put her anywhere and go on the run. And I think that Summer is somewhere like 7 minutes away from the house driving the speed limit. I don't. Is that what she said? I'm going to find that video. Hold on. I am going to find that video. Let me see. Is this it? Okay, you guys, people who are not new to this case and people who are new to this case, I think should sub this girl up. The CNY family. She is another one that I like watching her. She makes me laugh with her reactions. You can just see her mind is blown through some of this. And then listening back to it all, I'm like, holy shit, yeah, these people said these things, and it is mind-blowing.
Okay, so I was watching a little bit of interviews and reading articles and everything in Summer's case. Okay, so you know how I do. I had to write down some stuff, and then I want to go.
Yes, please, mods, can we actually, I can try and do it. If mods can try and find the link a little quicker for me and drop it. And link it in the chat because I like her channel. She takes her notes, she writes it down, and then when I go back and I'm like, let me listen to this, she's got it written down like almost word for word. So this is a, I would say, a reputable person to listen to. Attempted rescue. It always bothers me with that milk picture why Summer had a jacket on that time of year. Yeah, she did hate the Wells. I do not think that Rose Bly is alive. No, I don't. But I also do not believe that she's buried an inch deep 12 or 13 years later on Fred Hill's property. That someone just went to their property with a twig, brushed around half an inch of dirt maybe, that's being generous, and then found Rosemary Bly. Just saying. Yeah, we did know that, Devine. Yeah, we know that. She's connected to Jody Sue. Yeah, if you're going to trust Fred's sisters, I don't know. I sure shit don't. But let's listen to this lady.
Go over it with you guys. So, this was an article from November of 2021.
Okay.
Don Wells said, and I quote, "I went down in the basement and she was gone. So she went out the basement door, which was unlocked, and we haven't seen her since." I don't know. It's very contradictory to what Candace was saying, because Candace was like, Summer would never do that. So, I don't know. He said the dog trailed her down to the road and then lost her scent.
I think they both actually, Don and Candace have both said that Summer wouldn't do that. I think that Don's just, honestly, I think what hasn't Don said that could be possible, which I actually think is a good thing coming from Don, because it lets me know he's thinking about everything. He's putting everything out there, even though he's getting trashed and hated. He's putting everything out there. But they both have said that Candace wouldn't do that. Don said something about actually like preparing them to get scared not to go out there from the animals and stuff like that, if I'm not mistaken.
We don't know if someone was waiting in the basement that day. We just don't know. Don said...
And that goes along with what he's kind of thinking today. Like they don't know. Did they get back from the swim hole and was someone hiding in that basement? It's pretty freaking dark down there. I don't know. Somebody that knew that maybe Summer would be downstairs playing with toys alone for a while in the day or something. I'm not sure.
From there, he believes Summer was carried down a steep and rugged trail just a few feet from the house. I think whoever grabbed...
If you see Zig, let her know we all know, please. Thank you. Wait, what? That's not Jody Sue Brown. Is someone actually trolling Jody Sue Brown? Using her... Oh, what? That's crazy. Yeah, we don't care about what Tara posted. We don't. I don't. I'm sorry.
Probably had her mouth covered, and I think she was gasping for air by the time that she got down the trail, because our neighbor heard a scream, and she's been telling us that all along.
This product helped me make 7 figures this year. In fact, I only paid $2 on Alibaba to buy this product, and then I sold it for $14
Alibaba.
using Amazon.
I gotta pay for these commercials
That
to go
seems
away.
very specific, doesn't it? Like,
It does, and I actually did not remember that. That does sound bad, but now that I'm hearing it again, now I think, where did he say that? Was that on Chris McDonough's? I'm not sure. Terry T, Chris. It's her. It's her. Wait, hold on. I just gotta go see for a minute. I did unblock a bunch of people. Jody. Okay, that is her. Damn. Let Ziggy know we know. No. Listen, I reached out to Ziggy the other day, but she wasn't down for it. She said she was upset with me because I don't even remember what I say. Oh, I thought it was dumb that she was having the boys' child to, and I told her, listen, Ziggy, I still stand by that. Why would you put the boys' safety at risk like that? I stand by that. Ziggy was damn wrong for that. Like, what person? Oh, no, okay, I'm just gonna leave it alone. We all know that was wrong. That's not safe for the Wells boys, and we're supposed to care about the kids and not continue putting other kids in danger and shit like that. But anyway, yeah. But I did say something actually, Jody Sue, like that. I did say like, I think I know what you're doing, but yeah. The lies in Beach Creek. I hope please be respectful as well. I did check. That seems to be her. Be respectful. Running Bear. Okay. I'm interested actually with Jody Sue. Has she talked about the CPS? I haven't watched her in a while. Charm. Okay. Hi everyone coming in. Okay. I want to get back to this. Cause Jody, okay. If you're listening for a minute, okay, I gotta hear, cause I think we're hearing this wrong. But I don't know if you said this somewhere or if it was on your channel, but from my understanding, I cannot actually find the original clip, but I'm going to play this girl. Hold on.
I just feel like a lot of parents, when their kids are like go missing, they're like, I have no idea. It just seems very specific that he thinks that somebody grabbed her, covered her mouth, got her down to the hill, and by the time they got down to the end of the hill, she was gasping for air. And so she let out that scream.
Did he say that on my channel? Or was that Chris McDonough's? Now I'm like listening, like I feel like, wait, was that on my channel? I don't remember. Fuck.
TBI and Hawkins County Sheriff's Office stated that there's zero evidence that she has to indicate that Summer was abducted. So if there's zero evidence to indicate an abduction, but the dogs really did her trail go lost at the road, wouldn't that mean that she was put into a vehicle and taken? So I mean, it very well could be abducted, because the driver of the red, and here we go.
I just don't know if I buy the red truck thing even to this day. I'm sorry, Dawn, if you're listening. I don't know what to make of that red truck thing, because if I'm not mistaken, again, we will pull this shit up. I remember when Dawn and Candace, remember they were both sitting there. I believe it was the first time we saw them on the news. And they were sitting there, Don's in his white shirt, all the mud all over him, and Candace is there in that, inside out tank top thing. I swear, okay, bear with me. Did she not say, I don't know nothing about no red truck? That's news to me. So then I was like, well, wait, there was a red truck. Like, Don showed the pictures. There was a red truck, but I don't know if that was... Shit, maybe Jody Sue knows. I don't know if that was from after June 15th. Like, why was he taking pictures? Because maybe he thought it would be someone involved with why Summer's gone. Or was it before June 15th that truck was in the ditch and he was taking pictures for what? I don't know. I don't understand that whole red truck in the picture. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I am pretty sure Candace said she didn't know nothing about the red truck. Something about a blue van, I think. He twisted the scream and we all heard to fit his narrative lie. You're saying Don twisted the scream? Yeah. What did he say about that? Gosh. This is another reason I like people to keep their circles small, because this shit is like everywhere. We have to go everywhere. For me, I've talked to Don on like 100 different damn phones and pages and shit, you know? It's just, to go back is freaking A. The red truck pic is from long after Summer vanished. Okay. Okay, so that actually makes a little bit more sense to me. So, long after. Long, do you consider like days after long? How, can you give an estimate like what's long after, Jody? I don't know if you would want to come up here, you can. If you'd like, I'll drop the link if you'd like it. And nobody else will be allowed up, just you and I think we can be civil. Well, we are.
Another Toyota Tacoma. The driver of the red Toyota Tacoma has yet to come forward or be found. So, I mean, it seems odd to me that
August, okay.
the Sheriff's Office and Tennessee Bureau of Investigations are saying that we have zero evidence that she was abducted. But nobody has been arrested as far as her
Right.
parents or charged or neighbors or any of that shit goes.
Right.
So if she wasn't abducted and she wasn't, you know, something bad didn't happen to her, then what did happen to Summer? Now, the neighbor, JSB.
Okay, here you, Jody. Okay, this is where I wrote this down because yes, I was actually going to try and find your email, but crazy you're in here because I don't think you've ever been in my chat before, or at least not talking. But this did stand out to me. And I know the exact date and time because I discovered it hours before anyone. So did all the other neighbors well before dawn. Okay. Okay, and so then he just wanted the pictures. See, okay. Again, I know people don't like when I try to see Dawn's side of things, and that's okay. I want to try and see everybody's sides of things, including Jody Sue's at this point, because everyone's been dogging her for so long too. Like, we just got to get this shit together because it's too long. I don't want to go another almost 28 months doing this. Okay, but anyway, Dawn put the abduction story. Once Jody Sue heard the scream, Summer was all over that property and would run after the boys all the way down the road. Her scent would be there. Right. If I'm not mistaken, her scent was also all the way up Fred's driveway. Oh, shit. Did he say that to Ziggy before? Again, people, there's just shit everywhere on this.
Who heard the scream, okay?
Okay.
She had done a late
I don't think this girl even thinks that Jody Sue's going to see this, but here we go.
night live one night. And after she did it, she had deleted it. But somebody else,
Like lots of us do. Because sometimes we're like, maybe I shouldn't have said that much.
must have kept it, you know, downloaded the video, kept it, and so now I got to watch it. And I'm going to go through what she says, because what she says is also very specific and also very, I mean, you guys make up your mind, but this is what she said.
What'd she say?
Certain people and the timelines.
Sorry, but she did just say, that's what she said. When you say damning things, of course, people look sideways at them. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. For any of us.
What I think it is, and it most likely is she's going to be close. Probably within 7 minutes of that damn road.
Okay.
A 7-minute drive doing not much more than the speed limit. That is very specific. So she's saying, this is the neighbor that heard the scream, that she thinks that Summer is within a 7-minute drive. And that's doing the speed limit. I mean, how weird is that? Okay.
Okay, I do agree, Jody. That's a weird thing to say, and I didn't remember that until watching this, and I was like, yeah, I think I did hear that before. Cotton Simpson seems sus too. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how I feel about Fred being super suspicious right now, or would he be getting out in December 8th, if that's true? Did she just lie and say I deleted that live? Yeah, she did say it was deleted. I couldn't find it, but again, there's been I didn't even really know which one to look at because she just said a live you did. So that's also not very helpful. So I tried looking up just like the specific things she was saying to see if that would pop up in the search there on the YouTube. So then it didn't. I dropped the link if you want it, Jody. Yeah. If that live is still up, I'd like to go over that. It's her opinion. I'm sure she has a reason. Well, that's what she heard. It isn't weird. I know times and timelines and distances, etc. Yeah, and okay, 7 minutes driving the speed limit. But does Dawn ever drive the speed limit? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, let's see what else she says.
And then she goes on to say, within a 7-minute drive, within that route, somewhere, I would hazard to bet more towards Rogersville or Greensville than so. That still leaves a whole hell of a lot of space.
Even Ali says summer would probably be close. Yeah, they did. Yeah, I did watch that again this morning. Pruitt and I think Ronnie Lawson has both actually said that 7 minutes. Driving in a car. Yeah, that is. It's a lot of space, but also close enough. If that makes sense, which I think it does. Yeah, it is a long way when you're traveling by car. Going the speed limit, depending on who's driving, are they doing the speed limit? Or going faster, like we've seen a lot of people drive fast in that area.
You know, for most of us, now this is very interesting. You know, for most of us, we wouldn't cover up shit, right? But if you try to put yourself in shoes, accident cover up or whatever situation, or something like that, we would probably try to make sure it was a sentimental place.
And I have also seen that there are a lot of visuals.
They did say they believe she is close. Yep. Yeah, not just Pruitt. Ronnie Lawson. Oh, but okay, I'll unmute her.
Weird.
So she just said that's weird, which, I mean, it does sound weird. She first said Baileyton because of less eyes and recently changed it. Didn't Candace go back to Rogersville after taking Grandis home? I thought that's what I heard with Hunter and Chris McDonough. But I don't know how much Hunter's lying either, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
So she's like, for most people, we wouldn't try to cover shit up. But if you try to put yourself in shoes, accident cover up or whatever situation or something like that, we would probably try to make sure it was a sentimental place. You know, we'd have great care. But I don't think Candace and them would be the type to do that. They would just want to ditch and run. So it seems like she is saying that if she were to do something, she would make sure it was a sentimental place, that the girl would be taken care of, yada, yada, yada. But Candace and them, she says, are not like that. They're more just like ditch and run. So she makes it sound like nobody, like something was done to Summer. She was taken. Something was done to her. And they just ditched her. They didn't care where they put her. They just put her there. Now.
I don't know if I'm hearing it quite like that. I don't know. Only Jody Sue can answer that one. But I'm not hearing like if Jody killed a kid, she'd hide it close or whatever. Like maybe I don't know what that means. I don't know honestly I don't know. We're just going off these notes that she's reading, right? I couldn't go back and I'm sure we've seen this live because some of it sounds familiar. We'll just have to find it.
There's more. So
There's
I don't
more, she
think
says.
it. Now again, I'm still quoting her.
Okay.
So I don't think it would be more best. I don't think it would be more best hiding spot, most likely without burial of any type. And I think she'll be within a 7-minute range. Because that would kind of be what fits, what time will be in there, and be able to return, and then to hear the vehicle at 5:30, and then all these things. But I don't know. What time will be in there and be able to return and then to hear the vehicle at 5:30 and then
Okay. Hold up. Whoa. Okay, hold on. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Okay, I didn't realize she heard the vehicle at 5:30. I don't know where I've been for that.
That's all kind of questions. They looked at our phones. Police, as I was able to talk to our mess, they wanted to stay there for a while. They went straight away and called the cops, and that's how the police. I couldn't remember exactly, but until TBI I don't know.
Yeah,
I was driving a Subaru that day, so I think they can tell by that too because it's a brand new Subaru. I don't know.
Yeah, they should be able to track everything that happened that day. I think that's why there was a big issue when you said you thought it could have been 5:30. Can you clarify the 5:30? Is that when you thought Candace called you, or is that when you thought you got home?
Well, I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember exactly, but until TBI reminded me that it was 6:30 when we called, because that's what the 911 said. It was 6:30 exactly. And also my wife, I guess she looked on her messenger and was able to verify that too, around the time that she.
Okay, sorry. I just remembered that. Okay, so, Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I have a question though. Why the hell would TBI tell them that they were off? Why wouldn't they just let them be off and keep note okay, they are off on their timeline, this shit ain't adding up? Why would they correct them? You mean 6:30? You mean 6:30, right? That's a little bit weird to me as well. I don't know. It's weird.
then all these things, but I don't know. What the fuck was the flash? The scream implies, especially, what was the flash? Either way, that could have been taking Summer anywhere or doing anything like that. Could have been dope runs. It could have been after realizing Summer was missing, trying to get dope shit out of there. I firmly believe they probably did waste some time making sure stuff was up, taken out of there, or placed somewhere. I can about guarantee you that before calling the police. So she is saying that it would fit within the timeline of her hearing the scream in the vehicle at 5:30, okay? Because Summer was not reported missing until around 6:30. So that would have given them an hour to get all their whatever, their dope shit, she says, out of the house, so the cops couldn't find it. Right? That's what she's saying, again.
Jonesboro is not in a different time zone. No. Who said that? No, Helen. No. It's not. I don't believe so. No, because wasn't he like working in Jonesboro? Or I don't know. I'm bad with time zones too. That's okay, Taylor.
But she's very specific on this. She's within a 7-minute drive doing the speed limit. She said she would make sure it was a sentimental place and she was taken care of. But Candace and them are not like that. So they would just ditch and run. I think this is very, very specific. And I think it's very odd wording, if you ask me. She's talking about it could have been during dope runs. Something could have happened to her. I mean, this is...
If you Google, it says that it is, so I was confused. Too specific? She couldn't have looked if deleted from 3 on. That's... Yeah, Dawn says the phones are deleted from 3 o'clock on as well. And that they were given their phones back like that same day within, I want to say Dawn said like an hour or something. Which was always weird to me too, because like...
This is a 5-year-old girl we are talking about here. And I don't give a shit what you think, but you should be more worried about immediately calling the police than worrying about trying to clear your house of any dope or anything that you might get in trouble for. I'm just saying.
But how do we know they didn't?
I mean, what a waste of time an hour is, right? An hour of your kid missing. Like, that's so important of time.
Oh.
So I definitely want to hear what your guys' thoughts are on this. This just seemed very specific to me. And she goes to talk about without a burial site, and, you know, sentimental value, and it would fit in the timeline between the scream, her hearing the vehicle, and all of this going on. So, and this was, she did remove this from her YouTube. So I really...
Okay, well, I don't know. Apparently it's removed, but Jody Sue says it's not removed, so... Okay. Yeah, so that's interesting. That is interesting. Candace still had a phone when she did the interview with Chris. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, now, as far as the phones, I know there's many phones in this situation. I believe I heard Candace say before as well that she had an extra phone at the house for emergencies for the boys to use. I can't remember. I think we've heard both that the phones were given back just an hour or two, maybe 3 later after TBI. Everything after 3 or 3:30 on was deleted out of their phone. But then I think I remember hearing as well that that day or the next day, they went and got new phones. But I'm not sure how they would do that. I think I privated it at first to stop another creator's garbage, then I put it back public. Yeah. You did the same last night. Sometimes we gotta do that sometimes. Well, who said that? Who said we're throwing pebbles? I didn't see that. I don't know. Yeah, Jody. You have done that quite a bit. Trapped in their own web now. So then I was going back and asking, because it's been going around. When I see the questions going around again, I do like to ask Dawn again. So again, about June 15th, the phone call. Benny said something about a phone, I believe. Donnie Lives. Oh, Jody. Was it Ronnie Lawson? Not Pruitt. No, I think it was Ronnie Lawson. That dude I don't trust with a 10-foot pole. I just do not trust that man. I don't know. He's the one who kind of threw you under the bus at first by telling the world, when you went on the news, we saw you and you spoke about the scream, and we were like, what the fuck, right? But then it made sense. We were like, okay, someone took her. Like, actually, you saying you heard the scream in that did kind of align with Dawn saying he thinks someone took her out the back, whatever. Maybe you heard the scream of someone running down the dog trail, he was saying, with her. So I was like, oh, okay, well, this adds up. This makes sense. But then damn Ronnie Lawson come out and say what he said, that shit was unfounded, and I just don't... Would he say that that's unfounded? Okay, because again, the law, like Jody said earlier, they have their own ways of doing things. Perhaps if Jody said something that maybe the law didn't expect Jody to go on the news and say, or want her to say right now, would they go and say, well, she's unfounded? I don't know. I don't know. When Evil entered, why is it shocking when I say the same thing creators or the news or Ali does while we all try to find answers in summer? Yeah. Well, I just want to... Oh, is my mic out? I'm not sure. Can someone let me know if you can hear me right now or not, please? Okay, it looks like it's working now. Hey, Lip Lock. We got some shit to talk about too. Holy shit. Bama. Anyways, let's not go hard after Jody Sue, because she literally like walked into the lion's den, which I can appreciate that because I do that all the time. But I can appreciate that. That's why I made her a mod. I would like people to have respect for her when she did not have to. Don supposedly gave Tim his phone when he went to jail. Okay, there's different things I'm hearing about that. I shit you not. Did Tim not say that Don got out of the car and found his phone wedged between the seat and the door or something and decided to hold on to it for his best friend? When Evil entered, you know I love you, but we gotta try and come together. We gotta try. But okay, again with the phone call. I asked him again today. The phone call when they were in the drive-thru at the pharmacy, Walgreens, June 15th, that afternoon. Remember, Hunter said that there was somebody on the hill trying to touch little kids on June 15th, that day. I live here, know the area, know them, know Summer. I know things none of you ever will. I have been cleared by Ali. I am looking for Summer. They need to come out. Jody, if they told you you're cleared, please have them come out and publicly say that for you, because that will actually that will be helpful. That would be helpful. Yeah. Do you think Grandis was cleared? I do. I mean, I do believe that she knows more than any of us will ever know. I do believe that. She lived right there. How could we not believe that? Pruitt has said so publicly. Oh, he did? I missed that. Is that on a YouTube video I can pull up quick? Because I'll pull it up right now, and that we can end that shit right now. So he said that it's been so long about that phone call. I was like, if you were at work, how did you know that there was someone up on the hill up there trying to touch little kids that day? And he was like, I think I called to see what they were doing to know if I'm going to stay at work later or not. But then he did say, maybe someone told me that or something. So he couldn't quite remember about what he said on that phone call. Jody, do you remember anything about some guy on the hill trying to touch little kids that day? Or do you know any other neighbors that might have let Dawn know that? Or I don't know, because Dawn can't quite remember what he said. He said she's a person of interest. No, I've never heard that. Now that is actually just making stuff up, just so you know. Because I've been following this, and I have never actually heard them straight out say Jody Sue is a person of interest. That's kind of shit we've got to stop doing, because it just, oh my God, it little things like that people think doesn't matter, and it does, because it starts tiny, like a little snowball when you're building a snowman, right? And it just keeps rolling around these streets and gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and something 100 times more weird and more wrong. Wrong is wrong, right is right, no matter who we believe, don't believe, get along with, don't get along with. That's just, you know. So yeah, with the phone call, I asked him, was that true? If no one was there. Don's like, actually, he did say, I don't think anyone was there that day. And then he said, maybe someone told me that, but I think I just called her and said, like, what are you guys all up to, whatever. So that was that part. Now, again, the other one going around is that Candace didn't talk to the police on June 15th. And Don has told me multiple times that Don has told me multiple times that they both talked to the police and that they were actually separated to talk to the police. So I asked Don, like, did Candace deny talking to the cops on June 15th? And he was like, no, we both spoke to them. I was like, okay, that's what I thought. Because could you imagine the police, like, how would that go? Would the cops or whoever, whatever, the feds, the TBI, whoever was out there all on June 15th, all of them, all of these agencies, just actually walk away and not have her talk? Like, is that even an option? I really don't know. But no, Don, again, confirmed for me tonight that, like, no, we both spoke to the police. That's a lie. And I actually believe that they both spoke to the police, because again, I just don't know, would they leave that house without speaking to her? Was Grandis going to adopt Summer? Don said no to that, and I believe he's always told me no to that. Yeah. And with the lie detector tests, yeah, they had to wait, or Don took his, I think, the next day, if I'm not mistaken. See, this is why I like Don to use his own words, because if I get it wrong repeating what he tells me, then I fuck it up for him too. What was the other? Oh, the polygraph tests, which aren't admissible in court. But Don said he passed his. Candace needed a couple days, or did they both need a couple days? Fuck, see, I just talked to him like right before I went live. And okay, that's interesting. Anyways, so he said to me that they both passed their lie detectors. He did say to me tonight, Candace's mom's came back inconclusive, but that does not mean anything. Again, it could. These are why lie detectors are not admissible in court. There is a link share, and Pruitt saying it backs up what he and Fred have told us for eons before this to our faces without asking. Okay, let me look quick. Okay, so it would have been Pruitt. Okay. I think I always spell your name wrong. Okay. If anyone has that clip, can they send that to me? Okay. What? Okay, yeah, that's... Yeah, everything's from at least a year ago. Yeah, I would like to find that clip because I'll freaking play it. I have heard that rumor though, Jody, that you were cleared. I just never saw it. Benny's got it? Okay, the one where Jody Sue's been cleared. Too bad they won't do the same for C&D even after many polys. Many polys. And a request for more polys from them. Requests that have been denied? Do you think? Benny has it. Okay, I'll text him. It's on her channel. Oh, on Jody Sue's. Okay, let me... Of course. Well, duh. Okay, why? She said that in the chat too, and that... my weed. Sorry. All right, Jody Sue. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. So under the videos, okay. How long ago was this, do you think? It's not on private, is it, Jody? Because that should be the one that's not on private. She's not a suspect. Okay. I'm looking. I don't know. Don says that they did pass. They said Grandis was inconclusive. Oh, it's on BK's. Huh. Okay, I'm going to pull something up quick because Benny made a video about Dawn's dream and then Dawn just sent it to me. I haven't got to see it yet, but I want to check it out. Let's pull. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. Okay, but I want Bama, is that the one clearing? Jody Sue, is that the link that clears Jody Sue that you're sending in there in the chat? 3 hours long. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I want to see this.
Like I was like a drone or something. That's kind of odd, but she was just running in the field. With that Johnson grass, it was a beautiful summer day. She was just playing and laughing. Like she smiling at place like she always does. It's just like I kind of flew by her and then flew up into the air and I was looking
Oh my gosh, sorry. Oh man, that horse going by at the perfect moment will always stay with me. I shit you not. Like, I swear, like even now, just seeing that back in this video, like that was summer. I swear to God, that was summer.
down on her otherwise from a distance.
Damn. Oh my gosh, that's gonna make me cry. Skip to 18-minute mark. Okay. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna pull that up right now. Thank you guys. Ugh, that's her channel, not the video. Oh, okay, no, it's a video. Okay. 8 months ago. Okay. First now publicly cleared as a suspect. 18 minutes. Okay. All right, let me pull that up. Thank you. Okay. And I should have done that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I've been waiting to hear this, actually. Okay, around 18-minute mark.
I'm not a suspect. Now what? Now what?
Oh, shit.
Two threats are as far. I find that suspect. Two threats are as far as you believe it.
Oh, let's keep listening.
I find that suspect. Two threats are as far as you believe it. Threats are as far. I find that suspect. Two threats are as far as you believe it.
What?
I find that suspect. Two threats are as far as you believe it. I find that suspect 2 threats are as far as you. I find that suspect 2 threats are.
It's kind of hard to hear that. Oh, hold on. Oh.
Hey.
Hey, I just saw you in chat. I was like, I'm just gonna call you.
Yeah.
So Jody Sue's in here, and she mentioned something about y'all been asked to take more polygraph tests, but won't.
She's such a liar. You can't believe anything that this dumb bitch says. That's freaking hilarious. And you know what? If they wanted me to take another polygraph, I'd surely do it. With CDI, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That wouldn't be an issue at all. I don't know why she makes up so much drama and then tells you to go to the 18-minute mark on some mumbling crap that don't mean nothing. That's crazy. Sounds like, anyway. Sorry.
Well,
Am I echoing?
no.
Okay.
No. And then the guy on the hill touching kids?
I don't know anything about that.
Right.
As far as I know, that was some made up stuff or something. I mean, I have no idea. I mean,
Did you call Candace when she was at the pharmacy?
yeah, I called to see what she was doing and stuff like that, and that's when I decided to stay at work late because I knew nobody was, you know, she was out and doing whatever.
So Pruitt has cleared Jody Sue as a suspect?
Yeah, right. That's so funny. She's still trying to tell that lie.
Yeah, I pulled it up, and he says something about... I can't quite make it out. She said you told her that yourself.
I told her that. I ain't talked to that dumb bitch. And I won't talk to that dumb bitch. Sorry, I can't help. I shouldn't be cussing. I apologize. It makes me so mad.
You said, okay, now I'm ready to go live.
Yeah.
What about so do you believe there was a scream?
It could have been, I don't know, but I don't believe anything she says.
Right.
I can't believe anything she says. She has no believability. She's a nutcase.
She said she will take a polygraph and pass it.
Yeah, I'd like to see that, but I don't think they want a polygraph from her because she's a nutcase.
What does that mean? She wouldn't pass it?
She's a nutcase.
Oh.
It wouldn't mean nothing. She's totally nuts. Another Karen.
Oh, jeez.
And Karen in the third degree.
The third degree? Because Lawson said nobody was cleared yet.
No, nobody's clear.
But then he also said that y'all weren't cooperating.
Well, I've said this, I don't know how many times, but that stems from, when we got our lawyers for the boys, our lawyers told us not to don't talk to YouTubers, don't talk to the police or anything because that could hurt the case for our boys. And Lonnie Lawson took it as we weren't going to cooperate anymore, but you know, that's what we was told to do, is to not talk to them and stuff like that. But we've been talking to law enforcement all along. We've never denied them anything. We've never denied them access to our house or anything else. But all the searches they've done, they've never needed a search warrant.
Have you let them all around your property?
Yes. They
Okay.
come up here 11 different times into our house. All the hell was pretty much disrespectful to us and everything else. And, but we allowed them to do that. And if we would have been smart, we would have probably told them not, but we were trying to hide anything. We wanted them to know and people to know that we're fully cooperating with them. That's why we've done the lie detector test and everything else.
When's the last time you think you spoke with Ellie?
With who?
Law enforcement, Ellie.
When they come up here and got the DNA samples, and then they called and said that their results were negative for the body they found in Virginia. I think it was Virginia.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you did the DNA for that.
And I was gonna call them and talk to them. I've been meaning to call them here for the past few days. And talk to them about the CPS thing, but I'm starting to, wonder, $3.3 billion involved here. Are they going to go up against CPS? Are they even going to investigate them fully? I don't know. I don't know how far this goes.
Did you ever tell Jody Sue that you guys all failed the lie detectors test?
No. I haven't talked to her. Since all this happened, I haven't really talked to her.
Yeah.
Now I wouldn't trust her for nothing. Don't want her around me, and I would definitely never talk to her ever again.
What they give them for DNA? DNA because there was I believe a child body found in Virginia. So Dawn and Candace gave their DNA to see if it was Summer.
And they wanted to clear they couldn't exclude it unless they done DNA. So, so we know that wasn't Summer.
Right. So do you have papers then saying you passed the polygraph, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever think about posting those on your channel? Your channel? Yours?
Thought about it.
That would take a lot of heat off you. Don't you think?
I don't. Well, they said, Ronnie Lawson said we passed our polygraph. He said it, and it was on YouTube somewhere.
I'll have to find that again. Did you ever suspect David Dotson?
No.
Okay.
No, he just got caught up in the storm, you could say.
Yeah.
Just like a lot of people did.
Yeah.
Just like we did.
Do you know if Jody Sue Brown's ex took polygraphs? Andy?
No, they didn't ask him to, but they know where Andy was.
Oh, okay.
If anybody's clear, he was definitely one. They know where he was. He was under camera at his job. They know exactly where he was.
Oh, that's right. Lisa Kay, I do remember that. You had an interview with Brian Eaton from News Nation.
Yeah.
Another
nightmare. I'll never do that again.
You'll never do that? Oh,
yeah.
shit.
He's one of those that you don't do an interview with. No.
Oh, so he's not as nice as he looks.
He asks those questions, like a lot of YouTubers do, like Chris McDonough, The Lab, or, it puts you on the spot,
Well, you understand why, right? A part of you understands why?
Well, yeah, it's to make him look good and their station look good and have that factor of like, dun, 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 whatever, that wow factor. That's what it's about. It's about them and their channel, their news channel, whatever, YouTube channel, just like all of them.
Yeah.
And I wanted to thank Benny Keys for making that video. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. It almost made me cry.
Yeah, it did make me cry.
Did Candace see it?
Not yet.
Not yet,
She's
okay.
asleep.
Oh, okay. How's she doing?
She's doing better, considering everything we've been through. She's doing better. She got some people that support her, and it's very good.
Yeah. I know we've been talking, and you're just kind of lost on like what you can even do without, you get all of the shit no matter if you stay silent, if you talk, and I know that's hard on you. Weird Lawson said everyone is still a person of interest, even after C&D took their many polys, though. Jody Sue said that Ronnie Lawson said everyone is still a person of interest even after your polygraphs. Well, polygraphs aren't admissible anyways in anything. They just take them to, I think, appease themselves.
I would really not like to just not even acknowledge anything that Jody Sue said.
Oh.
That's what I'd like to do.
Okay. What would you like to talk about? CPS?
How about the $70 billion that CPS receives every year to keep kids in foster care? That's pretty freaking outrageous.
Yeah.
That's quite an incentive to keep kids from the parents. I mean, I'd like to know what the numbers are and how many kids are in foster care in America.
Shit, it's a lot. I looked up just Eastern Tennessee, and it was crazy. It was a lot just for your area alone, so I can't imagine all across America.
Yeah. And then they have the power to, well, as you know, to adopt them out anywhere in the world for money, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's that too.
They're making money all the way around. And with this, it's very corrupt. Very corrupt.
Yeah.
This is one of the things that President Trump was fighting, and probably one of the big reasons he got impeached. And it's scary. Biden, he don't give a damn. He's in on it.
Well, that dude's dying and turning to dust before everybody's eyes, Biden.
Yeah. Our country's in big trouble. Well, I mean, you got to look at it like, if our justice system's going after someone like President Trump, they'll come after the average Americans too. Right now, it don't affect people until something like this happens to them, but they're coming after everybody. I mean, they'll do it to him. They'll definitely do it to the average person. I don't know.
So, one of my mods just sent me per year, it looks like at least 9,113 children in the department's care and custody in Tennessee.
Yeah, and for a long time, they were putting them in DCS offices for a long time, and they was going to shut down the system. Supposedly, the senator or whatever was going to shut down the system, blah, 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 but I think that's just all talk. But the kids were staying in the offices for a long time. They had nowhere to put them. They had no foster families or whatever. And I think, he mentioned a few movie stars that DCS is taking kids from. One of them being, I can't remember his name, dang it. But a few, prominent movie stars and stuff just had to fight DCS. It's just unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
And how far and how deep does this really go? I mean, $70 billion. My goodness. My question is, are they responsible for Summer's disappearance? And directly or indirectly somehow.
I think you mean not Summer's missing parents. You mean Summer.
Yeah, Summer.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's...
Yeah. You're getting tongue twisted. They are. I mean, they were, and for all of you that don't know, we had a case open because somebody called and said we were giving our kids loaded guns of all things to play with.
I remember that.
Loaded gun, yeah. But they closed the case. Apparently CPS was satisfied with our house and everything at that time and closed the case. And then exactly 24 hours the next day, Summer come up missing. I don't think any meth head's smart enough to get away with this long or anything else. And the amount of police force that was here and everything else, it just seems real fishy to me. I mean, I strongly suspect the CPS had something to do with Summer's disappearance.
Don.
Yeah.
You mean Summer being missing?
Yes. I don't know what I said. I'm really tired.
You said Summer's missing parents again.
Did I say that again?
Yes, but you're here.
I've been working really hard.
I know. Yeah, I know you have.
I'm trying to find
Jody says, do you want to go Polly for Polly?
like I said, I'm not exalted. I'm not acknowledging anything she says.
Okay.
She's a nutcase.
Okay. I can be a little bit of a nutcase too, but...
Well, yeah, we all can, but she's just in it for who knows what. Why did she even involve herself? She don't even know us. The only thing I know about her is we tried to help her out. I was going to loan her my truck, and she's done it what I could to help her. That's as far as I know her. I've probably met her in person 3 or 4 times.
But you lived right by her for years, right?
Yeah, they lived across us for a long time.
Just
But
kept to yourselves?
Really pretty much.
Well, Candace would hang out with her sometimes, right, when you were at work?
No, never. I mean, Candace went up there at one time to try to help her out because she said that she was being beat and all this stuff. And, you know, for whatever reason, Candace was trying to help her through that or something, but I don't know if I believe any of that.
Okay, because I heard the other way around. I believe while you were in jail, I thought Candace actually said that you... sorry. Well, it was said that you beat up on Candace, sorry, and that she went to Jody Sue's and they would take picture of each other's bruises or something.
Who said that?
I don't, it was just said while you were in jail. I thought Candace said it, to be honest. Maybe Jody Sue did? I'm not sure.
So how was I putting bruises on her if I was in jail?
No, before you went to jail. It was just said when you went to jail is all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like something Jody Sue would say, if you ask me. Yeah, I don't buy it. But, I mean, I don't know. None of this has anything to do with anything, though, I don't think.
No.
I mean, what the hell is she trying to prove anyway? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, this is a live call. He's on the phone with me right now. It's not, I was replaying an old call earlier as, you know, people have been asking questions that Don has answered 100 times. So I just decided, hey, I'll just play through some of the old stuff. And a lot of what he says matches what he's saying now from even 2 years ago. So I kind of think that'd be hard to do. I don't know, to keep your story straight that long if you were lying.
And I talk to, I mean, I don't know, I don't get it, you know. I talk to Andy from time to time. He's doing great, you know. And I don't understand. Anybody that's around Jody Sue, all of a sudden, it's just, she's a Karen. And then all these weird questions get brought up, and All this psychotic crap. I mean, what the hell? That's why I don't want to acknowledge anything she even says or asks or any of their questions. Or any of these psychotic Karens that are out there asking questions or whatever, it's just ridiculous. She wants to go match me a polygraph. What the hell? I've done a polygraph. I've talked to cops for hours, days on end. When I was in jail, I talked to them all the time. I mean, trying to figure out any possible thing or anybody that could be a suspect or whatever, And these guys were beating their brains out trying to figure out what could have possibly happened, and I was too, and we still are.
Yeah. Were all of you guys as neighbors always kind of on the outs? You, Jody Sue, Fred, or did everyone get along for a while before Summer's disappearance? Or it seems like all you neighbors don't really care for each other now.
Well, I mean, there was no point in this. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they lived over there, they lived over here. The only thing I know is Fred had a lot of traffic coming in and out. That's one thing I didn't like. And, people, we was missing stuff. Stuff being gasoline out of our cars or whatever. Just odds and end things. So, like one night we had somebody, that was creeping around our house. And Candace woke me up, and I run outside and heard him tearing down Beach Creek down the road in some car. I suspect he was, peeking through the window. Hell, I don't know what the hell he was doing. And then, I don't know. And then Jody, Sue, and Andy said the same thing, that somebody was peeking through their window one night. He ran outside, and he heard them running down the hill through the woods. And I guess jumped in the car or something. I don't know. I don't know. We've looked at everybody that's been in this area, anybody who's lived here, anybody's phone who pinged on the cell towers, all the cameras going in and out. I know they set a roadblock up going over to Church Hill. I found that out recently that there was a roadblock set up, but they probably got out of here before the roadblock was set up. They probably had 15, 20 minutes, and it only takes me 12 minutes to get from here to Kingsport. So they probably had 15, 20 minutes before they set up any roadblocks or anything. It's just hard to say, sure, on anything.
How long do you think it took them to set up that roadblock, do you think?
I'm not sure, because I'm not exactly sure about all the times or anything. They didn't know what time that they went through the roadblock, the people I was talking to. We just don't know. Can't pinpoint the exact times.
Right. That was about the time. That's the roadblocks. That would be when Tim Mullen and Robin got to the house right before that, right?
No.
Before the roadblocks, or was that after the roadblock?
You mean Tim Mullins
and Robin Lane? Yeah, Robin and Tim got there that night or something after the roadblock.
I don't think they showed up that day at all. Too many. There was no.
Well, I hope they did, because Robin Lane's all over the news saying that she went there after dropping her daughter off.
I know she didn't come up here. I don't think.
What?
That day probably would have been impossible, because
on June 15th.
I I couldn't even get out of my driveway.
Okay, but June
Unless you
15th that
walked
night?
up
June 15th that night.
there.
Because
I don't know, because I couldn't even leave. I tried to leave. The roads were all blocked. I mean, she might have walked up the hill, but if she did, it was just to support us and help us because, you know, that was...
Well, yeah, it's been said all before. Tim Mullen and Robin Lane and David Dotson, the church folk, was there that night.
Well, here's the problem. I didn't know Tim Mullen sat back down.
Oh. David Dotson.
I didn't even know David Dotson.
Why was he out golfing with your sons?
Trying to get them away from this area for a while because there was so much going on, so much police presence. I was just trying to get them away. It was horrible what was going on here. It was bad, very bad. I mean, it's hard to imagine. You know, I can't even explain how heart-wrenching it is for one of your kids to come up missing and you not knowing what they're going through, how scared they are, or if they're being abused or beat, or, you know, it's the most horrible feeling in the world.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, I'm sure you've had worries about your kids. And you
All the time.
Yeah. So you can kind of understand, you know, that feeling of not knowing or what's going on kind of thing.
Yeah, but that's why if my daughter just went missing, I wouldn't let my sons go with some... I'm sorry, he's a weirdo, and he wrote flute songs that sang it under the moon for your daughter every night, he said. That's weird.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't see why it's weird.
And then I'm pretty sure, like, well, I don't know when you met Tim Mullen for sure, but he was there around the time of the roadblock. He said it himself, so it'd be weird if you never ran into him maybe, but he waited weeks later to come meet you? I'm not sure. I don't know.
Well, I never knew Tim Mullen until one night. This crazy person said that they seen Summer get into a car at a grocery store. Some people have it.
Oh.
And that was quite a weird time after, probably 2 or 3 months after Summer's disappearance or longer. I can't remember. But that's when he got a hold of me and told me about this person that seen Summer at the grocery store. And so I hurried to the grocery store and everything, met up with him, and we investigated this guy and everything, and then we got a hold of this dude's parents and everything, and found out he was a complete nutcase. And he does stuff like this for attention, kind of thing.
Makes calls like that to for attention? People do that. It's disgusting, but they do that.
Yeah. Right. There's a lot of YouTubers that do that.
He got a hold of you to let you know someone... Well, because he thought it was Summer, probably.
Yeah, we thought this was a real deal.
Did he just drive up to your house one night and tell you, like, hey, someone might have seen your kid, or...
No, I think he got a hold of me on Facebook or something and was telling me about this guy that said he's seen Summer.
Yeah, that's... I don't know why people do that, but they do that in a lot of cases, Don. They will want to tie themselves to it. I mean, you get people false confessing to crimes all the time just to get their face seen and be infamous, if you will.
Right. It's like all the drama channels on YouTube, too, you know, just making up all kinds of crap just to build their channel. And I think it's so disgusting for them to use us and bash us in every way to build their channel and make themselves money and make themselves look good and destroy us as a family in the meantime. You know, that's just horrible. understand it.
Because they have no morals whatsoever.
Right.
What does he think about the psychic Tara? He doesn't think about her. He laughs. He just thinks that's ridiculous. You still got the psychic running around out there?
No, there ain't been no psychics running around over there. No. No.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
They're asking if you miss summer.
Oh, I miss you with all my heart. Of course I miss you. I miss all my kids. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think he's working. You're working, right? Yeah, he's working.
Yeah.
Can't say where because we don't want people to ruin that, but yeah, he's working. No, it's definitely not Summer or Rose that they found half an inch on Fred. Rose went missing in Wisconsin. She's not being dug up under half an inch of dirt 13 years later in Tennessee on Fred's property. I don't buy that. I don't care who you are. Yeah, he did say that before, Feisty. People are saying, did you say before that you asked CPS to take your boys for a while because it was unsafe there?
Well, I wasn't real hesitant for them to take them, and I did realize that, it was getting dangerous here. Getting real dangerous here. And with everything on YouTube, and it was so bad that, with all the stories being told at first, they were pretty horrific. And then, just all these different conspiracy theories going around, and people just knew or felt that we were definitely guilty, of this and that. So it got real dangerous. And I didn't feel it was safe for the boys to do. So I wasn't exactly fighting them, at the time. And, now, how CPS are. They lie like dogs. Oh, we're going to take care of them. It'll be all right. We're going to get them right back to you. We promise. This is what we do. They lie like freaking dogs. The dirtiest, most corrupt thing our country has ever seen. It's the most corrupt. Our country has never seen anything so corrupt inside this country. And, let me read this little thing here I got from, I can't read it. Let me see if I can get my glasses. It's from, let's see. Anyway, victim of the family courts, divorce court, I don't know. But anyway, it says, family court is a mafia. Child trafficking, parental alienation, and extortion. And I back that 100%. The family court, CPS, all that is a mafia. Child trafficking, parental alienation, which they've done, and extortion. $70 billion, that's where your tax money goes. To CPS to take people's kids and, sell them off or whatever they do with them.
Sail them off?
Well, I mean, they...
I was just thinking back, we were talking about that place in Cali. You said the ship port was there.
The what?
There was like a shipping place there or whatever. When we were talking about, the statistics with the kidnapping and stuff.
Stockton, California.
Yeah, Stockton, California. That's it.
Yeah. It's a bad drug area.
Yeah.
All the stuff goes on there.
For real. You scared the shit out of me with what you told me. I never want to go there, especially with my kids.
No. I never want to see California again.
Yeah. Oh, you don't want to go back to Dr. Phil, you mean?
Well, I mean, I don't know about all that, but I mean, you know, it's getting scary everywhere, I guess.
Yeah. What did you say you saw over there? Little kids? I was like, wait. Little kids snort coke? I've never, like, I'd been through some shit, let me tell you, but I was never given a hit of coke. That probably would have made things a little bit easier. Shit. Gone.
Well, I
Seen
mean,
some
they got
shit.
to do something. They surely, you know, these kids that they try, they're going to get them addicted and everything else.
Yeah.
Once, you know, they get them in a situation like that, then they're going to feel, I'm sure, it's all part of grooming, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, they're going to do that. Sure.
And Arkansas, too? Disgusting.
I'm sure there's a lot of things that go on. People don't, you know, a lot of things going on.
Mm-hmm.
But what CPS is doing is the most disgusting thing ever. It's just as disgusting as, or more so than anything else that's going on in our country.
Yeah. Does that give you hope she's alive then? Hopefully being treated right?
Well, I mean, if that is the case, which then maybe she could possibly be in a good home. That's a possibility, you know, and that's better than, I mean, other possibilities, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's one screwed up situation, though. You know, in my mind, you know, if CPS did have something to do with someone's disappearance, which kind of fits in the pieces of the puzzle, you know, the pieces kind of fit to me. And knowing that it would just completely make the parents lose their mind and everything, and then they could possibly get a hold of boys, to me, it seems like a well laid out plan to me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it'd have to be.
Honest with you. Seems like a very well laid out plan. This is what CPS does. I mean, you can find all kinds of cases all over YouTube and horror stories of what they do. They used to say they wouldn't take it one step further and kidnap because they have the power to send them anywhere in the world, change their name, their birth certificates, the whole 9 yards, brainwash them. $70 billion is quite an incentive, and then some. I mean, who knows what they make off of you know, I'm at a loss for words tonight, God.
That's okay.
Of adoption. I'd like to know, does anybody know what they get when they adopt a kid to someone? I have no idea. Like in Australia or some other country, I have no clue.
It probably is different everywhere, right? Different ages, different genders, different areas. I would imagine it's all different. I don't know. You've seen that shit more than I have.
I'm sure they're making the money, though. I'm sure of that, or they wouldn't be in it, or they wouldn't be adopting them out. They got to be making money. I mean, they wouldn't be taking them from their loving parents, people that love them. I'm sure there's cases, you know, where people don't care, you know, about their kids, but that ain't the case here. And there's a lot of parents that love their kids, and they're taking their kids from them.
I'm just going to read a comment from Jody. Sorry, but it says, "Hey, Dawn, remember that time another kid on that road saved your kid from you?"
Really? She's such a liar.
Okay.
She comes up with some crap. Well, you know what, Jody Sue, you can go to hell with your bullshit. That's a good one, though. Good try. Freaking Karen. She's a black belt, Karen, by the way.
A black belt Karen?
Yeah.
I ain't heard that one
I
before.
mean, did you hear what she just?
Yeah, yeah. She's
Psychotic crap like that, really?
what was she? Another kid on that road saved your kid from you. I don't know what that means.
Really?
I don't know.
That means that she's trying to.
She said you were pretty tweaked that day.
Really? Wow. Okay. Yeah, of course she would say that. Of course she'd say that. Absolutely. Just like all the Karens on YouTube. She's one of the biggest ones.
Oh man.
I mean,
do you have to deal with this in real life too, or just on the YouTubes?
well, I mean, you run into Karens all the time. There's male Karens too, not just women. There's a lot of male Karens. You know. I mean, I don't know where these people come from and why they do the things they do, but it's just pure evil. To even suggest something like that, Jody Sue Brown, you're straight evil. It's the most evil crap I've ever heard in my life. You need to check yourself what you need to do, like into a mental institution. That's all right, Jody Sue Brown. You know what?
Don't.
Because I know the truth, and you know the truth, and God knows the truth. So I suggest you take this as a warning.
Oh. Okay. Don't threaten anyone, okay? You're gonna go to jail.
Oh, I'm not threatening.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you know, God don't play. That's all I'm saying.
Oh.
God's a warrior. He don't take that kind of stuff lightly. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm doing it now. I don't have to.
It'll all come out in the wash.
That's right.
Gotcha.
You know, I dream about taking things into my own hands, but I won't. I mean, I'll do what I can.
Yeah, but
I can only go so
how would
far.
you know who to take into the hand? She said, what about the boogeyman?
Like I said, I'm not even going to acknowledge anything she said. She's a nutcase. Keep it to yourself, JC.
What does that mean, though? The boogeyman? What the fuck?
Well, she's just trying to say some crazy off the wall shit. So she's a nutcase.
Oh.
And she's a black belt Karen. Don't forget that.
I didn't mute you
Don't
guys.
worry about her. Huh?
Someone said, why did I mute you? But I didn't mute. And they're saying I'm muted to tell you something privately. Y'all are crazy. You can think that, but that's not what happened.
How's your husband doing?
He's all right.
Good.
He's doing all right. Yeah, he is. I think I'll keep him.
Yeah. That's good.
How's everything all right with you and Candace? You guys been getting along a lot better now?
Yeah, we're doing all right. I just wish, I don't know. conspiracy theories just go round and round, and they get more dark and more deep, and it's unbelievable how it works. That's the world we live in, you know. Especially, you know, today with social media and everything. I mean, I guess gossip used to just be gossip, but now you got the power of, you know, media, and gossip turns into what? Serious conspiracy theories, and I don't know, whatever, however you word all that, but it gets bad to the point of mobs coming to your job site and your house and everything else.
People are saying that they're having problems. I'm going to try and plug the mic in. Hold on.
Am I echoing?
No, but there's like the microphone's being stupid. Okay, hold on. Now? You guys hear me? Can you hear me now? Is that working? Alright, well, I don't know what's happening, but my sound went off.